Hello, beloved souls. Welcome to a commentary channel. My name is Jem, and I'm a lot of roles, including a psychic medium and an author. And I've just read two comments which were almost the same from Atheists, and I left a video about questions for atheists. So here is a follow-up questions for atheists. First, I'm going to get into some personal stuff. In 2020, I overdosed and I probably died. That experience alone made me question the nature of consciousness, where we go, what we are, and whether life is more than physical chemistry. It was darkness, but I didn't see the darkness. I was aware of darkness. I was unconscious for 3 days, a fatal overdose. And in that darkness, I was just aware. I was part of the darkness. But it's not my only reason for doubting the idea that we're just matter. I've had several alien abductions over my lifetime. One of the most vivid was in 2001 at Canberra, when I encountered a mantis-type being. My 2 dogs went into a frenzy, and my son saw a glowing blue orb at the exact same time. In 2012, at Lake Indoon, which is in Western Australia, I stepped outside my car and I thought I was on the set of a Hollywood sci-fi film. Hundreds of metallic saucers descended from the sky. I am also a psychic medium and have seen entities that are clearly not human. Even my own home is haunted. Objects move, senses are triggered, presences are felt, and voices sometimes call out when no one is there. I've also astral-traveled, levitated. So, to the atheists who hold that consciousness is purely chemical and reality is only what we can physically measure. Number 1, how do you explain experiences like mine, which involve multiple witnesses, animals reacting, and physical effects? Number 2, if all consciousness is brain chemistry, how can separate individuals like me and my son perceive the same supernatural or alien events at the same moment? Number 3, what do you make of cases where animals detect unseen presences, if it's hallucination? How are the animals involved? Number 4, if you believe life is purely physical, how do you explain the intelligence, craft, and coordinated movement of hundreds of UFOs at once? And I wasn't the only one who witnessed that. Number 5, how do you account for psychic or medium abilities, especially when validated by verifiable information? And before I go on to question 6, I was once at a casino, at a roulette table, over 10 times in a row. I correctly got the right number. I put my chip on the exact number. And what I did is I looked at the roulette table, and with a push, I can't explain it, with a push in my brain, the roulette table stopped on that number. This happened at Brisbane Casino. I had the operator of the roulette, the table going round and round, actually go like bow to me, and I had security come out checking to see what I was doing, and there were witnesses. So number 6, if our minds are just electrochemical reactions, how can some people, including myself, perceive or predict future events accurately? I, again, had a dream of lotto, and I got 5 out of 6 numbers. I chose 45, the last number, when I should have chosen 1, the first number, and I would have had 6 out of 6. Another incident. I had already put a bet on the Melbourne Cup. I went home and asked the Ouija board who was going to win the Melbourne Cup. It told me, it's terrific. I laughed and said, ridiculous. It's terrific. It's 50-1. Guess who won? It's terrific. Number 7, when people are clinically dead for minutes and return describing accurate, verifiable perceptions from outside their bodies, how does it? It's just the brain. Explain that. Number 8, what about hauntings in locations where multiple unrelated witnesses report the same activity over decades? Coincidences? Mass delusion? Or something more? Number 9, if reality is only material, why is there such a vast body of historical, cross-cultural reports of non-human beings, from fae folk to alien visitors, all sharing eerily similar features? Again, in my experience, I was living in Townsville in the 1980s. I was in a relationship. Late one night, after being intimate with my partner, I faced into the bathroom and I saw this entity, less than a foot tall, dressed in a little brown suit, walk from one bathroom wall, disappear into the other bathroom wall. I said to my partner, and I didn't tell him what I'd seen, because I thought, yep, finally, you've gone mad, Jim. You're hallucinating, gone mad. Was under the influence of nothing. And I asked my partner to go in, and he said, I don't know what you've done, but there's something here. And he came back and he had a physical scratch on his face. Anyway, the 10th and last question. At what point does coincidence become evidence? And I want to say thank you for watching. I will follow this up with further questions. This one was a bit of a mishmash because, as well as questioning atheists, I was also sharing my personal experience. I really do appreciate you being here. Cherish every moment, especially if materialists believe we have no soul and this is our only life, then we've got to make the most of it. Take care of each other and yourselves. Love, light, and blessings. Bye.